Okay, now today's video we're going to be making a string of Christmas lights. Now I've just gone with multicoloured ones, but you can theme them if you just want red and white or blue and white. Very quick, easy to make, so let's get started. So you're going to need a colour for your chain that you're going to put them on, and I'm just going to go and make a blue one for now, and we can add it in. I'll show you how to attach them all. So yeah, any colour that you like. It's so easy to use, are oddballs, so I mean this will probably be enough to make one of them. You don't need a lot. Stuffing, scissors, stitch marker because we work in the round, your needle and your crochet hook, and I'm going with a 3mm hook today. Now for the first round we're going to do a magic circle. So wrap it around our fingers under the first, pull it through and pull your tail end through. And I'm going to do 3 single crochets because we want quite a point at the bottom. Got 1, 2 and 3. Now you need to pop your stitch marker back in, and I'm going to try and close the hole up best I can where we pull on the tail. Now normally I would say to you try and keep the work going the right way, but you won't be able to on this one. It's only 3 stitches. So we're going to turn it back through the right way after we've done a few rounds. So we're going to go into this first stitch here for round 2. Prise him in there. Get in. And we're going to do 2 single crochets. So we're going to do an increase in every stitch. So you're going to end up with 6. This is the only round that's going to be really fiddly. Increase in the first one. We're going to go into number 2 here, put 2 stitches in there, and then we need to take the stitch marker out for the last 2 in this last stitch. Like so. Straight into round 3. Stitch marker doesn't catch on the yarn, and it's in this one we need to do 1 single crochet into every stitch. So we're going to have 6 in this round, and I could be so tempted to turn this in the right way now, but I know it's not going to work. So we're going to do this round first and then turn it in the right way. So you've got 1, get it in there, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to move the stitch marker for number 6. Pull that along, so I need to fiddle with it now. Pop your stitch marker back in, and I want to pull this hole closed first before I do anything else. I'm going to wrap the yarn around my hook, give it a gentle tug, you don't want to snap it, and at this point we need to turn it in the right way. I might give it another tug. There we have our closed hole. Now row 4, we're going to be doing 1 single crochet and then an increase. So we've got 1 and then 2 in the next one. It's this one here. Just follow that pattern around. 1 and then your increase. And this should be the last one. 1 single crochet, and then your increase. And remember to pop your stitch marker back in. 6, 2 single crochets, and then your increase. 1, 2, and then your increase. So if you want to follow that around, I'll meet you back under your stitch marker. Row 6, 3 single crochets, and then your increase. 2, 3, and then your increase in the next stitch, and you're going to follow that pattern around again, and I will meet you back under your stitch marker. Row 7, we're on 4 single crochets, and then our increase. 2, 3, 4, and then an increase in the last one here. So carry on, I'll meet you back at the other end. So 8, we're on our last increase round, so 5 single crochets and then your increase. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I increase in this one here. So again, I'll meet you back under your stitch marker. Okay, so for the next 5 rounds, so we're going to be working rows 9 to 13. We're just going to be putting a single crochet in each stitch. So there's 21 single crochets in the round. And you're just going to put 1 in each of them. All the way around. Remember to move your stitch marker each round. And I will meet you, once you've done your 5 rounds of single crochet, at the beginning of row 14. Row 14, we're going to be doing 5 single crochets and then a decrease. We're going to go back down, so let's tuck this tail end in. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a decrease. You're picking up the front 2 loops of the next 2 stitches, so that loop and that loop. Yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through. That is your decrease. So if you carry on, we need 5 single crochets in the decrease. I'll meet you back at the stitch marker. On to row 15, 1 single crochet and then a decrease all the way around. So we're going to close this hole up rapidly now. Just keep going all the way around, 1 single crochet and then your decrease. And I'll meet you back under your stitch marker. So at this point we want to add our stuffing before the hole gets too small. Push it right down to the bottom. Like that, and then we're going to go straight in and we're going to do another decrease. So we're going to do 6 decreases all the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's remove the stitch marker for these last 2. and 6. Now we're just going to finish this colour with the row 17 is just going to be 6 single crochets going around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and remove the stitch marker for the last one, and number 6. And replace your stitch marker. Okay, we've got 2 more rounds to do. So we need to join the grey now because it's going to be the top of your bauble. And the way I join is I leave that stitch as it is, go back down those 2 loops, and you're going to pull up your new colour, whichever colour you prefer. And now we're going to carry on working with this colour. So we need to do a whole row of single crochets. So as we go through, we're going to pull the yarn, but we're going to make sure that these are kept behind. So that's sewing it in for us. So that's 1. Make sure you go through the middle and you don't catch the other stitches. Keep them behind. 2, 3, and before I go any further, I'm going to pull on this blue yarn, which is going to get rid of this one, and it will keep it behind there. Watch. See, that's all gone, so we can cut that one off. Cut that bit of tail as well because we don't need it that long. So we've changed the colour, sewn it in on the way through, and we just carry on going around doing these single crochets. Got 2 more to do. Like so. We're going to do 1 more round and that's your bauble complete. Let's pop that back in, and our last 6 single crochets, and then we can sew the hole closed. Let's find our first one. Oh, can't grip it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remove our stitch marker. This is our last one, number 6. And then we want a piece of yarn to be able to sew it closed and onto our, whatever you're going to put it on, garland. Just need to close this hole up now. So thread your needle, and then we're going to pick up the front loops of the 6 stitches. You can count back. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is your last one here, number 6, front loop. Give it a tug closed, and that is your bauble ready to put on your garland. Now, for this piece I do what they call it, it's like an I-cord. So with my wool I make sure that I have both ends accessible, so I'm pulling from the middle and I'm using the outer side. That way you don't have to cut your yarn and think, have I made it long enough? You can just keep going until you're happy with the length. Now what I tend to do is I tie a knot in the end so I can start it off. So we're going to pop one over like so, and you're going to hang on to this one. So what happens is this one goes over the hook like so, and you use the one on your finger to draw it back through. So each time you're wrapping that one over the hook, yarning over and pulling through, and you're just going to repeat that until you are happy that it's as long as you want it to be. So yarn over with that one and pull through with that one. So easy to do, and it's really effective if you do it all in different colour strands, but being Christmas I just want it on a grey one. And the joy of doing it this way with the same ball of wool is that if you're not sure how long you want it, you can start making your baubles, adding them on, and if you just want to keep going you can just keep extending how long your cord is and adding more baubles. So you don't have to finish one before you do the other. So that's how we do it. We just keep going until you're happy, and then when you're finished you just pull it through, cut your yarn and tie a knot in the top. Now I'm going to be showing you how to sew on your bauble. So let's see, I'm going to pop it between these two. So I'll just find the middle, thread it through the I-cord, back down the next one, and we're just going to go straight through the top of your bauble. We're going to do that a couple of times. And then just lose it in the bottom like so, and then we can trim that bit off. So there we have our Christmas bauble garland. If you like the video, please give it a like, subscribe, and I can pop another one up for you.